All right, Balwant has got the next question. He managed to get allocation of IRCTC at the IPO price, and he's got an allocation during the IPO. He's got 200 shares that he's therefore gotten at issue price, which if I remember correctly, is around that 300 mark or just above that 300 mark. Stock is currently trading well above that, though it's not done too much in this year. What's the view, Astha? It ran up very, very quickly. The question is, are you positive on the business for the long term?
Positive on the business, but what we have seen that the performance of the catering division, that was not that strong. And in fact, the internet ticketing business that has started facing some sort of, headwinds, I think in the since past 2 quarters. So that is what overall the picture right now is. But still, we are expecting that this segment of the catering division will going to perform better. We are estimating a bottom line CAGR growth of more than 5%, while the top it should be more than 10%, while the top line CAGR growth of more than 5%. So in that scenario, we are positive on this counter, recommending a hold with a price target of around 885 odd levels at the initial juncture.
The next question is from Rajan, and he's holding Honasa Consumer since the IPO allotment of 100 shares in November 2023. We've got a lot of patient investors who
because there is, of course, a large number of investors that look for the listing pop. But we have already, in the span of 5 questions, we've taken two people that have been holding since allotment.
The IPO. Interesting. And I must appreciate the kind of patience that they have. So Rajan is saying that he's a long-term investor and he invests in the horizon of 3 to 5 years, and he's got Honasa Consumer's IPO allotment. He now wants to know from a longer-term perspective whether he should keep holding Honasa Consumer or should he switch to Nykaa. Astha, I will stick with you for this one because this is more of a fundamental question. Your view, whether he should continue with Honasa or switch to Nykaa?
I think he should continue with Honasa. The reason being, first of all, there are 2 brands, that is Aqualogic and the Derma CO. Now that brands have started scaling up fast. And in fact, what we are predicting that going forward, in fact, their margins can see some sort of jump in the financials also. So looking after all these things, I think it's better to remain invested in the counter, and recommending a hold on this counter. Initial price target can be set at around 425 to 430 odd levels.
Okay. I'm actually not sure which stock this is. I'm trying to pull up the chart. In the meanwhile, let me actually ask the next question. Let's take a question from Basavaraj, who's asking about Alkyl Amines. He's asking, he's bought at a price of 139, 75 shares. He's seeing a loss right now. He's wondering whether to exit at this point. Swati, on the charts, what should you do with something like this?
This particular counter as of now definitely looks positive. On the technical front, it is trading in the high tops, high bottom formations. Upside 2100 is the likely target I am looking forward in the near term futures. 1950 is the crucial support levels provided by the cluster swing supports. So by maintaining that stop loss, definitely one should hold for a target of 2100 levels on the high side.
You might have gotten the counter mixed up, but then we'll get some clarity on that. Let's move to the next question in the meanwhile.
The next question is from Praveen, who's from Hyderabad. Again, a long-term investor. He's holding 100 stocks of KPIT Tech at an average price of 1619. And he wants to understand whether he should keep holding or sell. And if he wants to keep holding this, what should be the stop loss? Or can he add more at the current price is his question. He wants a long-term view. So Astha, I'll come to you for this one. Your view on KPIT Tech?
So regarding KPIT Tech, we are positive on this counter, first of all, recommending a hold on this counter. Initial price target which we would like to give to this counter is at around 1550 to 1600 odd level. Because first of all, the major focus point is that they have gained the momentum in their revenue growth. So that was the major focus point. When we are seeing the other companies are not able to maintain their growth, the company has sustained its momentum and within the expectation line. And going ahead also, management is quite positive of achieving the strong growth of around 18 to 22% in the future going forward. So they have maintained their guidance of 18 to 22% of the growth and the margins. In fact, they have upward revised the margins. So looking after all these things in the scenario when the IT companies are not able to sustain their strong growth, which they have posted in the past, the company is able to maintain its guidance as well as growth. We are positive on this counter, recommending a hold as well as buy on dip strategies can also be applied. Initial price target is at around 1600, but in the longer term, we can expect it to go beyond 1600 as well.